The Christians have also had a brutal history of spreading their religion through war. Is it that you do not believe the message you attempt to spread is credible, so you must resort to combat? The Crusaders may have desired to help Christians in other parts of the world who were suffering. They may have wanted to spread the teachings of Christ, but war is never a permanent solution. How long must it take for all people to realize that religion can never be forced on someone? From 1095 to 1291 AD, the Crusaders were in their most bellicose period, but crusading continued even into the 17th century. It is just one more example of the religious animosity and warfare that stretches back a millennium. There were many reasons why Christians felt compelled to fight. Opposing religions feared the spread of this new religion. There was outrage over the occupation of Christian holy sites and the persecution of Christians. There was destruction of Christian churches, similar to the burning of black churches in your present-day United States. Whether religion, race, or political belief is used to justify carnage, it is never right, and it is not my way. There was also a misguided militant papacy. When the Pope, spokesman of God, advocates war to expand his papal empire, this is a human device to amass wealth and power, not a spiritual enterprise to save souls. The First Crusade resulted in conquest of Jerusalem under Baldwin I and the establishment of the Latin Kingdom of Jerusalem. The conquest of Jerusalem was a bloody slaughter that ended in surrender. It was far more difficult to control the region than it was to conquer the region. This same parallel can be seen in today's conflict in present-day Iraq. It seems my most intelligent creations on earth continue to repeat over and over again the same blunders that all of history has shown is doomed for failure. The reason for this I will reveal to you. Those who advance the cause of war are looking only at the short term. Their lives will end within a very blink of the cosmic eye. This blink may seem long to them, but death of their generation will ultimately give rise to a rebirth of nationalism or religious fervor or retribution or any of a number of justifications to regain the order of the past. This is why I say that only through cooperation and understanding of each other will there ever be peace, regardless of the region on earth or the reasons for conflicts. This continuous pretext of religious glory is not my way. It is baseless, and it is repugnant to me. The Crusades resumed. Edessa in Syria had fallen, and plans were made to retake it, so this crusade was launched to take it back. Bernard led the fighting friars in this cause. There was far less interest for this crusade than in the first. The Crusaders found that upon returning to their own homes, their lands were often gone or their families destroyed. This is my way. One group will never become powerful enough to consume all the others. This sowed the seeds of disillusionment. Jerusalem had now fallen back to Islam, so the Crusaders sought to recapture it. The Holy Roman Emperor Frederick Barbarossa, Philip II of France, Richard the Lionheart of England, and Pope Gregory VIII all conspired to achieve this victory. Their foremost opponent was Saladin, a Muslim Kurd from northern Iraq. Saladin defeated them, defeated but still capable of wreaking havoc on the Islamic shrines or generally causing mayhem. A peace treaty was established. Although Saladin's empire was extensive, stretching from Turkey to Egypt, the Muslims had to leave the Crusaders some cities. I have already said more on this subject than I intended. More crusades followed and are well documented and easy enough to access from your own recorded histories. The paramount of what I present here is that war for the sake of religion has been exhaustive and will always be so. When we examine the issues closely, we find that religion is only one of many reasons for conflict, but remains the most fervent. People are fighting to preserve a way of life, their families, their properties, their power, their wealth, and their land. Others are seeking to take these things for themselves. War is greed and quest for dominance. In time, this survival mechanism in humans will give way to the more enlightened mind of the future. It is very interesting and important to note that wars do force people of different beliefs and cultures together. This is a good thing, and it is my way. The union of two different people will create a new marriage of hope and understanding. This will happen in time, in the end, but I challenge you here and now to accelerate this movement.